Agricultural and rural development scholars and practitioners throughout the Caribbean have been trying to find answers to the question of how organizations and communities can best benefit from using information and communication technologies, or ICTs, in their work. In March 2018, researchers at the University of the West Indies, in collaboration with two Canadian universities, the University of Alberta and the University of Guelph, organized a short course to develop the capacities of individuals and organizations for ICT adoption and use in agricultural communities of practice.
So in the next 2 days, we are introducing the participants to the concept of technology stewardship as a leadership practice and working with communities to help advance their capabilities using ICTs and integrating those ICTs into their agricultural practices, and also to the concept of communities of practice itself. So thinking about the groups that they work with, not as isolated individuals, but as groups that work together around a shared concern or domain of interest. And in so doing, bringing those two concepts together, we present a series of steps that they can take to identify the needs that a community of practice might have, how to apply those needs or think about those needs as a communication opportunity, thinking about ICT tools that might address that need, and then looking at a way to introduce those tools through a platform such as Facebook or WhatsApp or Google or any number of platforms.
Participants from various organizations, including agricultural extension services, the private sector, producer organizations, and regional development organizations were invited to participate in a series of activities based around an emerging leadership model of technology stewardship. Additionally, participants shared their experiences working with ICTs in their communities.
From within our ministry,
being a national focal point for the FAOGF project, Climate Change Adaptation in Eastern Caribbean Fishery Sector, I was hoping that coming to this course would give me the tools to basically sell a new ICT tool that we are hoping to develop to improve the lives of fishers. And this course actually added more in that it allowed us to develop a transitional tool, which being WhatsApp, right, which would make it easier to incorporate our new app for their use, which would undoubtedly improve their quality of life.
Well, when I first came in, my expectations for the workshop was simply to be able to communicate with the farmers I deal with back home. And in doing that, I wanted to be able to incorporate various forms of technologies to be more efficient and effective in the field. Now, since attending the workshop for the first day, I've gotten much more than that. So I know how to organize an initiative, set objectives, choose a specific ICT tool, and also create a campaign to more or less test by trial and error if it'll be effective with helping the farmers or not. So I'll know how to adjust to be effective and how to move forward in the weeks and months to come in the field and on the farms.
This short course is part of an ongoing action research project with researchers in Canada, Sri Lanka, and Trinidad and Tobago. Using an action research methodology, the project aims to test low-cost technologies with communities in a technology stewardship model. The intention is to build the capacities of practitioners who work closely with farmers, fishers, and rural communities to improve and enhance the use and adoption of low-cost digital technologies for communications, training, and knowledge transfer.
So this course actually opened up my mind to how you can use certain tools when you're liaising with different stakeholders within the industry. So I know I'm going to use it not only for my postgraduate studies, but also for work and business as well. I worked with an excellent group. We had representatives from the Extension Services of the Ministry of Agriculture, a member and director of the Agricultural Society of Trinidad and Tobago, a member of a private organization, MFAS, and someone from ICA. And we created a program, actual program in tech stewardship that you could utilize within the sector. So I think the course exceeded my expectations.
So this was an introduction to technology stewardship. I think in future what we could be looking at doing is more specialized courses, in particular ICT platforms. Some of the ones we discussed in the classroom seemed very interesting to the stewards, and there may be an interest in figuring out or doing training on more specialized applications. We also think there may be more advanced training in community engagement methods as well as in evaluation methods related to the course. Once the stewards have a baseline training, then they can begin to specialize in more detailed types of activities and tasks.